Today we are going to learn about TDS. TDS means the amount of tax required to be paid by the person who is liable to pay any income to the other person. If a person gives an income to the other person, the person giving the income has to deduct the tax applicable to be deducted on that income, and the remaining only he wants to pay to the other person. That tax deducted is called TDS, which is the source of income. So the deductor is when he pays the amount, it is the source of income. So then and there the tax is deducted, and that is called TDS, or tax deducted at source. T means tax, D means deducted at, and S means source. Then on the point of view of income tax, TDS means amount of tax deducted by the employer and deposited to income tax department on behalf of the employee. And we know when an employer gives salary to the employee, he may deduct tax applicable on that income and remit the tax so deducted to the government, that is income tax department, and such a deduction of tax is called TDS. Now we may go to the items which are applied the TDS. TDS is applied on salary income, bank interest, sale of property, EPF withdrawal, commission, professional fees, etc. These are all different kinds of income on which TDS is applicable. This is not a comprehensive list. Now we go to enabling TDS in Tally ERP9. And for enabling TDS in Tally ERP9, we have to come to gateway of Tally, then press F11 features, then press F3, then we will arrive at statutory and taxation. There you can see enable TDS, then give yes. Then there also just below that you can see set or alter TDS details. There also you have to give yes. Then you will get a deductor details of TDS window. These informations are given below. You can see on the right hand side of this window, enable tax deducted at source. So we have given yes. Set or alter TDS details, we also given yes. Then we will go to the other window, that is company TDS deductor details. When you get this window, you have to fill up the deductors details: name, son or daughter, designation, PAN, flat number, address, area, location, then pin code, mobile number, etc. So these details comprises to TDS deductor details. Then now we go to the next one, ledgers pertaining to TDS. There are three kinds of ledgers pertaining to TDS. One is tax ledger, which comes under duties and taxes. Second one is party ledger, which comes under either sundry debtors or creditors. Third one is expense ledger, which may be a direct expense or indirect expense. We can see how create a tax ledger can be created. Now for that purpose we have to come to gateway of Tally, then we have to select accounts info, then go to ledgers, single, and create. It is like we create any other ledger account. So the creation of ledger account window appears. There name of tax ledger you have to give TDS at the rate 10%, or you can give TDS on rent, TDS on commission, like that in any way. Then second, you will be asked to write under which group it comes. Always comes duties and taxes. The type of duty will be TDS. Nature of payment you have to select from the pop-up list, and finally you have to accept the screen. Now the things explained is shown in this window. Name of account is TDS on rent. Under comes duties and taxes. then type of duty or tax is TDS, then nature of payment, rent of land, building, etc. that can be selected from the pop-up list. Now this window you have to accept. The second is creating party ledger. The same way we proceed and we will arrive at creating ledger under single. Then the name would be name of supplier for party ledger, and under will be sundry creditors because we have to pay amount to the suppliers when they supply goods to us. Then maintain bill by bill, you have to give yes. Next one is TDS applicable? That also you have to yes. Then deductive type may be individual HUF, or it may be sometimes a company. What is applicable you have to give that way. Then fill the various columns and accept this screen also. Now you can see party ledger created. Say we have given name of the party, say Priya Traders, under is under sundry debtor, sundry creditors, maintain balance bill by bill, yes. Then all these things you have to give no. Then under statutory information is the most important thing. Is TDS deductible? We will give yes. Deductive type, if you know the what kind of deductive is that person or business, you may give, otherwise you give unknown. And lastly, deduct TDS in the same voucher, you have to give no. And finally this window you have to accept. Then third one is creating expense ledger. The same procedure we go gateway of Tally, accounts info, ledger, single, create. There name would be expense ledger, name of the expense. For example, it may be a commission expense, or it may be a rent, or it may be interest, like that. The under would be indirect expenses. If an expense is direct expense, you have to give under direct expense. Inventory values are affected, then there you have to give no. Then is TDS applicable? That also the yes you have to give. Nature of payment, you have to select this item from the list. Now I had told you in last account. Then use of accessible value for calculation, that you have to give no. Finally you have to save this screen also. The same is here shown. Say now here rent is the expense, and under it comes indirect expense. Is TDS applicable? It is applicable. Nature of payment is rent of land, building, etc. This window we have to accept. Now we have to learn about in this category when we want to record transactions relating to TDS. We have to create two types of voucher types. One is TDS payment voucher and other one is TDS journal voucher. So when we want to create TDS payment voucher, we have to go this way: gateway of Tally, accounts info, then voucher type you have to select. Under voucher type you can see create, so press on create, then a small window comes. There you have to type against name, it is TDS payment. Type of voucher is a payment voucher. Abbreviation, that is small name, TDS PYMT, that is shortly written as payment. Use advanced configuration, then yes. When you give advanced configuration, yes, configuration window comes like this. There you have to give yes to this item, allow advanced entries in TDS master. You have to give yes, and this has to be saved. Next voucher type is TDS journal voucher type. Same way we have to create another voucher, and there the name comes as TDS journal. Type of voucher is journal voucher and abbreviation is TDS JRNL. Here also, like the previous one, configuration you have to give yes. Lastly, in this class, now we have to see what all reports are created by the system automatically relating to TDS. When we do or transacted TDS transactions in Tally ERP9, system automatically generates the following reports. One is challan, second is tedious computation, third is tedious payables, then ledger outstanding, tedious outstanding, challan reconciliation, return transactions book. These are all will be very useful to the entrepreneur who is recording tedious.